Aquatic habitat. Activity 2. To show that desert plants lose very little water through transpiration. Things needed: a potted cactus plant, a potted leafy plant, 2 polythene bags, 1 strong thread. Method: bring a potted cactus plant and a potted leafy plant. Tie the polythene bags to some of the parts of the 2 plants. Leave the potted plants in the sun and observe after a few hours. Observation: we observe water droplets on the inner surface of the polythene bag tied to the leafy plant, whereas we see no water droplets on the inner surface of the polythene bag tied on the cactus plant. Conclusion: green plants release a lot of water into the air through the process of transpiration, but desert plants, such as cactus plant, lose very little water through transpiration. Adaptation in animals. Desert snakes and rats make deep burrows that offer a cool and moist home during daytime when the desert is hot and dry. At night, when the desert is cool, the animals come out of their deep burrows and holes and become active, nocturnal animals. A camel has several adaptations that help it to survive in a desert. For example, camels have long legs, help to keep their bodies away from the heat of the sand. Camels have broad, fleshy soles, which help them to move on hot and slippery sand. Camels can drink large amounts of water when available and store it in their body tissues. They can, therefore, live without water for several days. Camels excrete small amounts of urine. They excrete dry dung. Thus, they can conserve water. Camels can increase their body temperature when the temperature of the surroundings rises during the day. This reduces sweating from the body and helps to conserve water. In deserts, strong winds blow sand high up in the air. Camels can close their long eyelashes and nostrils for protection from the wind-blown sand. Mountain habitats. These habitats are normally very cold and windy. They are cooler even in summer. In the mountains, the habitat varies with altitude or height. As we go higher up in the mountains, the temperature decreases. It also snows during winter at high altitudes. A large variety of plants and animals live in mountainous regions. Let us take a look at the adaptive features of these plants and animals. Trees like pines usually grow on the sloping sides of the mountains. Since most of the rainwater in such areas flows down the slopes, very little water is available to the trees. To conserve water, leaves are reduced to needle-like structures. They have a thick waxy coating on their surface to reduce the loss of water by transpiration. These trees are normally cone-shaped and have sloping branches. This helps the rainwater and the snow to slide off easily. Animals like yaks, bears, mountain goats and snow leopards, which live in mountains, have thick fur to protect them from cold during winter months. Forest and grassland habitats. Animals, lions, tigers, giraffes and deer are some common large forest animals. A large variety of small animals and insects are also found living in the forest. Lions, tigers and other carnivorous animals living in forests and grasslands have to obtain their food by killing animals like deer. Let us study how a lion is adapted in the forest or grassland. Lions have the following adaptations. They have eyes in front that help them to see their prey like deer from a great distance. They have sharp teeth and long claws in their forelegs to catch and tear the flesh of their prey. Their light brown color helps to hide in dry grasslands when they hunt for their prey. They are able to run very fast which allows them to catch their prey. Deer also have some adaptations to escape from predators like lions and tigers. They have eyes on the sides of their head, which give them a wide range of vision. They have long ears to hear the movement of predators. They can run very fast, thus saving themselves from predators. Even when they feed, they remain alert to the possibility of danger. Animals living in different habitats need to protect themselves from their enemies. The color of their skin blends with their surroundings. They therefore go unnoticed by their enemies. Some of them develop protective color or camouflage. For example, the stripes of a tiger help it to hide in tall grass. The grasses found in grasslands are brownish, which makes them difficult to spot. A chameleon can change its skin color to suit its surroundings. Aquatic habitat. Aqua means water. The organisms that live in lakes, ponds, rivers and oceans are called aquatic organisms, and their habitats are called aquatic habitats. For example, sharks, fishes and lotus plants. Oceans. The ocean is a huge body of salt water. In the previous chapter, we took a look at how fish are adapted to live in water bodies. Fishes show the following adaptations. Body is streamlined, which allows fast locomotion in water while swimming. The skin is covered with waterproof scales, which protect it from decaying in water. Fishes have gills that can extract oxygen dissolved in water. Swimming is done with the help of fins. There are some sea animals, such as dolphins and whales, that do not have gills. They breathe in air through the nostrils that are located in the upper part of their heads. This allows them to breathe in the air when they swim near the surface of water. They can stay inside the water for a long time without breathing. They come out to the surface from time to breathe in air. Ponds and lakes. A pond or lake is a small freshwater body compared to the sea or the ocean. A large variety of aquatic plants grow in ponds, lakes and rivers. Two common types of aquatic plants are free-floating plants. These plants float freely on water. For example, the water hyacinth plant, the lotus plant, the water lily plant and the giant water lily. Submerged plants. These plants remain completely submerged in water. For example, hydrilla and vallisneria. Adaptations in aquatic plants. Due to the availability of water, the roots of aquatic plants are either absent or poorly developed. In free-floating plants such as lotus and water lily, floating leaves are large and flat. A waxy coating is found on these leaves, which makes them waterproof and protects them from the decaying effects of water. In free-floating plants, the stems have large tunnels and holes for air that helps the plant to float. In submerged plants, such as hydrilla and vallisneria, the leaves are thin and ribbon-like. This allows water currents to pass through without damaging the leaves. Adaptations in frog. Frogs usually have ponds as their habitat. They can both stay inside the pond water and move on land. They have the following adaptations. They have webbed feet, which help them swim in water. They have strong back legs that help them in hopping on land for catching their prey. Their skin is always moist, which helps in breathing through the skin.